Have you ever walked into a bank, taken a ticket, and just sat there for hours, wondering why getting a simple loan feels like you are trying to solve a complex puzzle? Now imagine doing that for something as essential as a motorbike, and waiting weeks while drowning in paperwork. That is the reality for millions of people, but things are shifting fast, especially in places like the Philippines. The consumer lending market there is completely transforming, and a massive part of that change is being driven by a company called Salmon. They just pulled in an absolutely massive round of funding, and we need to talk about what this means for the future of money. So what exactly happened? Salmon, which is a consumer finance application based right in Manila, just raised $100 million. Let me break that down for you. That is $60 million in equity and another $40 million in debt. Their goal is completely straightforward but incredibly ambitious. They want to bring real, accessible digital banking to Filipinos who have been left behind by the traditional banking system. And when you look at the team behind this, it starts to make a lot of sense. The founders, Pavel Fedorov, George Chesikov, and Rafi Montemayor, are no strangers to disrupting finance. They all used to work at the massive Russian digital bank Tinkoff. In fact, Montemayor was the very first employee for Tinkoff in the Philippines, leading their expansion all the way back since 2016. But in March of 2022, they decided it was time to build something of their own, and that is how Salmon was born. Fedorov recently mentioned in an interview with TechCrunch that they saw the Philippines and the broader Southeast Asian market as a prime spot for true innovation. And honestly, he is entirely right. The Philippines is known as the social media capital of the world. It has an incredibly young, highly tech-savvy population. People live on their phone. Yet, the financial systems are stuck in the past. That is exactly the gap Salmon is filling. They are going straight for the underbanked population, people with zero credit history, and those who are just completely fed up with the reliability issues of legacy bank. What I find incredibly clever about their strategy is how they secured their banking license. Instead of jumping through endless regulatory hoops for a new license, in January 2024, they simply acquired a rural bank that had been operating since 1963. That is a brilliant shortcut. Now they are building a massive suite of products. We are talking revolving credit lines, installment loans, cash loans, and yes, those motorbike loans. They basically tackled the hardest part of the equation first, which is lending, and now they are expanding into 7 or 8 different products. And their process is incredibly fast. You just fill out a form on your phone, upload a couple of documents, and the system gives you a decision in 20 seconds. You can pick up your motorbike the very next morning. They do not rely on traditional credit scores. Instead, they use behavioral and digital data to score borrowers in real time. They even offer a 62-day grace period, which means if you pay on time, it is entirely interest-free. With their subsidiary, Salmon Bank, they are even offering term deposits with up to 8% interest. To date, they have raised a staggering $310 million, with backers like IEFC, EIDQ, and Antler VC. If they keep executing like this, they plan to expand internationally in the next 2 years. It really makes you wonder about the future of traditional banking.